Hello everyone, my name is Dara Rath and I'm the pastor at Faith Lutheran Church in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. And each week I bring you a story that takes a few minutes to listen to. And so this story is from Flowers in the Wind by Robert Coos, and the story is called Keeper of the Springs. Once there was an old man who lived high above an Austrian village in the Alps. The village council had hired him many years before to clear away sticks and leaves and other debris from the pools of water in the mountain crevices that fed the beautiful stream that flowed through their village. And the old man did his job with great faithfulness. Each day he patrolled the hills and removed leaves and branches, and he wiped away the silt that could choke and contaminate the fresh flow of water. Because of their beautiful stream, the mountain village became a popular tourist attraction. People loved to see the graceful swans floating in the crystal stream. Picnickers ate along the banks of the stream, and patrons eating in local cafes could watch the beautiful stream from the windows. Many years passed, and the old man quietly and faithfully kept the stream clear from his home high above the village. One evening, the village council met for its semi-annual meeting. When they reviewed the budget, they noticed that for many years they had been paying a small sum of money to someone called the Keeper of the Spring. The treasurer of the village, always concerned about money, asked who this Keeper of the Spring was. He wanted to know why this expense had been incurred year after year. The treasurer found that although the keeper was an actual person high up in the mountains, no one on the village council had ever seen this Keeper of the Spring. Thinking that the person was simply taking money each year and actually doing nothing, the treasurer recommended eliminating this expense. Everyone on the village council agreed, so the old man was dismissed. For several weeks, nothing changed. The village went about its busyness as usual. But when autumn came, the leaves and small branches began to fall from the trees, falling into the pools that fed the stream and hindering the rushing flow of crystal clear water. One afternoon, someone in the village remarked that the beautiful stream had a strange yellow-brown tint. A couple of days later, the water's color became even darker. Within another week or two, a slimy film developed on sections of the water near the banks, and the people began to notice a foul odor. The swans left the village, and so did the tourists. Soon the economy of the village declined. Worse yet, many of the villagers began to be sick from drinking the water. The village council called an emergency meeting, and after discussing the problem, they realized that they had made a great big mistake in firing the Keeper of the Spring. Therefore, they hired him back, and within a few weeks the beautiful stream came back to life. The swans and visitors returned, and the little village in the Alp once again came alive. I think that most people use their gifts much like the Keeper of the Springs, doing necessary and useful things in relative obscurity. How many tasks, for example, does a parent perform each day that no one in the world will ever know? Parents do this behind the scenes. I've given this story lots of thought, and a lot of people working behind the scenes. Many folks work really hard at our church here, putting things together for our service, for example. Also, an interesting story, I'm going to be having some surgery soon, and I was thinking about this orthopedic surgeon, whom I just really think is wonderful. But he has a secretary, administrative assistant, I guess they're called, who is fantastic. She's on the ball, she gets things done, she books these appointments for surgery, she makes sure you have all the instructions that you need, and she doesn't really get any credit, I didn't think. Her surgeon, of course, on the other hand, gets all the praise and all the thanks. And so one day I decided to make her one of my bags that I make for a whole lot of people, and I took it in to her and gave it to her and said, "Thank you so much for doing what you do. I don't think you get a lot of credit for your job." And my goodness, she was just absolutely thrilled to get a tote bag and a cosmetic bag. So I guess we need to start thinking about all the contributions that so many people make that they don't get credit for, and they're not appreciated. So I guess that's something we need to think about this week. The other thing is that this is my last Take 5 message for a long time. I'm going to be having some surgery done, a couple of surgeries actually, and so that's going to take me away from doing these Take 5s. It's been a joy. I've been doing them now for 3 years, and it's time for me to stop for now. And if I decide to do it over again, then I'll make sure that you get the opportunity to watch. Thank you so much for your support and all your love in these last 3 years. And blessings on your day.